So I tried to make this earlier, but for some reason, my mic was not recording. So I apologize for that. But let's go ahead and talk about players who are entering their contract year for the Cincinnati Bengals this upcoming season. So obviously, Tyler Boyd's gone. Josh might come back on a no-nothing contract. Same thing with Max, but we'll have to wait and see how that ends up turning out. But here is the situation. Now, this upcoming year, it's actually not that bad. The real bad year is 2 years from now. So 2026. And we'll talk about that in a second. But starting off right away, for 2025, which again would be this upcoming year's contract year, meaning they become free agents next year. Teddy K. Now, Teddy K, I think we could easily work out a contract with. I'm not expecting him to ask for too much, in all honesty. Maybe like a tad 2-year contract, maybe 3-year deal. He talked about how during a whole situation with the draft, he was kind of nervous and had anxiety about potentially them drafting his replacement. So I think he very much wants to be here. He understands his age. He understands his limitations. I don't see him asking for too much money anyway, so this contract should be done very quickly and without problems. Von Bell, I'm just going to be straight up honest here. He's going to get a no-nothing offer, and if he wants it, he wants it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. I'm not expecting us to offer him that much, though, in all honesty. T. Higgins, we already know the situation there. We're going to be paying him. We could franchise tag him for 1 year, $26.5 million after this season if we wanted to. Should we? That comes down to the rest of the team and how the salary is looking. Obviously, the salary cap is going to go up as time goes on, so it's always a possibility, but I think that situation is going to kind of get figured out because based on what Chad Johnson said, who has a very close connection to T. Higgins, he thinks that the situation will get figured out and the contract will get worked out. Right now, it seems like it's just pretty much two sides yelling at each other, and again, like I said, hopefully that situation gets figured out in the end. Mike Hilton's an interesting one. Now, Mike Hilton's 31 years old, right? And that's when you get to a point at a cornerback position where you start to fall off. And I'm not saying that in any way negatively toward Mike Hilton. I love Mike Hilton. He still plays at a very high level. So there's going to be a little bit of a push toward when he will fall off. I could see Mike Hilton rocking to like 35, 36 and still be pretty damn good. Based on how I've seen him play last year, he had one of his best years last year. He's still playing at a high level. He's one of the best corners in the NFL. I think he'll be very successful for a little bit of time. Now, I don't see Mike Hilton chasing the bag and trying to go somewhere else. And yes, while he might still be able to secure one more bag, I don't think he's going to. I think he likes the situation he's in right now, where he's, he obviously is really good for us, but he's not asked to do too much. And I think he does way more than we ask him to do. But he's not like, really, oh, well, Mike, you're the only cornerback here, and you're going to have to, do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. He has a very good supporting cast around him that really lets him be able to just do him, right? Do what he's best at, which be a slot corner and shut down the run and go ahead and shut down offenses. So I think for the situation he's in, I don't think he's going to ask for that much money. I think the Bengals are going to be bringing him back, and I know that we don't, usually sign people over the age of 30, but look at Sheldon Rankins. We signed him, and he's 31 years old, so, 30 years old. BJ Hill, he's another guy. I doubt the situation with BJ Hill is going to go like it did with DJ Reader. I think this situation will really just get figured out earlier in the season. And it's nothing a shot at DJ Reader or BJ Hill in any way, saying like, oh, well, DJ Reader's way better than BJ Hill. I think what it comes down to really is that I don't know how many teams are going to be interested in BJ Hill. I know a lot of teams are interested in DJ Reader. He obviously was our main defensive tackle, just kind of like Geno Watkins was for the longest time. And BJ Hill got a lot of the, kind of shadow of that. He was kind of like the understudy of the main actor. So I think that he's not going to hit too much radars if he has free agency. I think we work out a contract. I'm not going to be talking about Mike, Trent Brown, any guy we signed on a 1-year contract. And the reason why is because these guys, well, yes, it's very possible that we end up, resigning them and having them on the squad. These are really situationships based on how the season goes, okay? Mike, if he has a fantastic, crazy season, guess what? He's going to go get paid somewhere else and get another big payday, okay? If he has an awful season, it's chances we cut him. There's also a chance if he has a mediocre season that we bring him back on a no-nothing contract. So, Trent Brown's the same situation with, the upgrading and the development of Marius Mims. So, I can't really speak on those situations until we get more information about how the season goes. Cody Ford will come back as long as we need him. Cam Sample, he's another guy who, really kind of underrated in my opinion. I love Cam Sample personally. I have a signed jersey on my wall right now, so I'm a fan favorite of him. But I think what comes down to Cam Sample is he hasn't gotten much play time. He got a lot of play time last year with him and Miles Murphy kind of rotating on and off. But I just don't think he's going to get... let me not say he didn't have much playtime. He has had playtime. It's just that he hasn't put up big numbers. And I think overall-wise, we'll be able to bring him back for a good contract. Keem Davis-Gaither, I think we'll probably end up cutting him. Trent Nerwin, I think we'll bring him back. Tanner Hudson will bring him back. Joseph Asai. Joseph Asai is an interesting one because I could see a market if he hit free agency. And I know you might say, whoa, hold up, what? Like, this guy hasn't put up big numbers. You just said about Cam Sample. The reason why I think Joseph Asai, and again, obviously, Cam Sample, only a year older than Joseph Asai, I just feel like there's going to be a market for him. Maybe this is just like a gut feeling. I feel like there will be a market for him. There won't be a market for Cam Sample. Jackson Carman, honestly, unless we get a better backup left tackle replacement, we'll bring him back. Money Mac, I hope we get a contract worked out before the end of the season. I don't want any chance of him leaving. Love Money Mac. Cal, we'll bring him back. He's a long snapper. And then the rest of these guys are really just going to come down to, practice squad, 90-man roster signings, stuff like that. And then they also do have all the draft picks here because we haven't actually signed all of our draft picks yet. We worked out a contract with Marius Mims. It isn't signed yet. 5 of our 10 draft picks have been signed. We have 14 signed undrafted free agents. So when it comes to the year after this is a year that actually matters and really is going to test our patience. We got Kappa, whose contract is up, Jamar Chase, Sam Hubbard, Jermaine Pratt, Cordell Volson, not laughing there, Trey Hendrickson, Sheldon Rankins, Geno Stone, Cam Taylor-Britt, Dax Hill, Zach Moss. I mean, that's a lot of names. Now, the good thing is, salary cap goes up every single year, so we'll have more money to work with. But at the same time, that's a lot of big names. And then 2027, that's when we get Orlando Brown, DJ Turner, Drew Sample, and so on, so on. 28, Logan Wilson. And then, yeah. So, it's going to be interesting to see how everything gets worked out. But that's kind of my 2 cents on everything. Again, I apologize for the video earlier not having audio. But I'll see you guys in the next one.